We are talking with Thom Haller. The thing that we are doing research on today is whether or not information architecture affects or does not affect public policy. So we're going to talk with Thom Haller, and Thom Haller is going to tell us a little bit about himself, and he's also going to give us his thoughts on the concept or the idea of that we're talking about. And just to put things in context for people viewing, you teach at a very specific place, which is not necessarily understood in the United States that this place actually exists as a university.
Washington, D.C.?
Right. Yeah, no, I mean,
USDA.
USDA.
Right. As they call it, USDA graduate school. They got a government, you know, line item in the 30s, and they've kept it and really built this organization around training government workers and in Washington training others. So that is where I have spent time for 10 years in the information architect class to constantly learn from my students and share ideas and bring in speakers and wonderful opportunities to saying, well, what is it we're doing? What can we do better? So it's lovely in that regard. And then I also get to teach people just through my own consultancy.
That's great. It's great. And I think it's especially important because not everyone out there really understands that the government actually does try. You know, that they really are trying to make information that is being sent out to the general public work. And there is such a large abundance of information that has to go out there that I'm not sure whether or not we need more of you to teach, you know, the government workers, or what do you think we need to do there? Or are we going in the right track?
I think as information architects or user experience professionals have an opportunity to constantly remind, you know, our constituents, they might be government people or whatever, of the value of information structure, and I think we have to keep presenting that argument. I mean, I've had the opportunity to work, you know, in everything from, you know, help folks with health data, you know, help people learn about it, you know, adoptions and foster parenting to, you know, better learn strategies for responding to fraud, to, you know, supporting people in moving through, you know, just intranet structures related to benefits or doing their jobs better, you know, all types of environment, but they are all environments where people want to get something done. And I think that, and that's unique maybe to government in that it's not, hey, we want you to buy this product, we don't want you to buy, you know, these Curios or whatever, or have, you know, it's not about, you know, having fun with the experience, but it is about the good experience. If you're not getting what you need, the content you need, if it's not sorted, if it's not organized. I mean, I was talking to some folks about, you know, energy consumption data. They're trying to, you know, better visualize all of this data so others can understand it better. And it's that's my core belief as information architects. We can help support them in, you know, building, you know, maybe some classification, some structures, some offering breadth of information, offering different routes through information that that can support people dramatically, and I believe, you know, it does not have to cost a lot. I mean, as a teacher, I facilitate work groups, so I try to get those people who are, you know, involved in that product, you know, a federal clearinghouse of information on, you know, like learning disabilities. So here are these people who passionately care about what they're doing. So, you know, what I try to do is, you know, infuse some of the thinking of this field into their work so they can think about, you know, the ultimate users of that content and, you know, tell their story better. It's a very giving, and, you know, that's the thing, that's the thing about federal service. I mean, it can be very giving, and and I think about information architecture and these, user experience fields. I mean, it is a place for us to think about others and give something back, and that's very cool.
Absolutely. I completely agree that information architects are very giving, and that's really what drives this field, is that we want to make things better for everyone else. Thank you so much, Thom. We'll have more interviews throughout the day, so and these will be posted out there for folks. So thank you
Yay.
again.
See ya.
Alrighty.